All right. So, welcome to class. My name is Paul Fo. Just so that we can have some context for those of you who probably are just meeting me for the first time, I have no slides to share, but the slides I have here is just to sort of give you a background of who I am and some of the things that you may learn. My name is Paul Fo. I am a Forbes Coaches Council member. I run a company called Sales Factory Global with offices in the UK, in Nigeria, and in Dubai. We're really registered in those three places. I am an author. I've written over 3 books, but these are the three main ones. I was among the 50 most inspiring authors in Nigeria according to Business Day and their rankings. What else? I'm also a podcast. I love the medium of podcasting. According to Spotify, my podcast was among the 25 most shared podcasts in the world in 2022. Let's look forward to what 2023 is going to hold, but it's really, really doing well on its own as well. I also write for Forbes. These are the 2 articles I've written for Forbes. I wrote one jointly with other people, but these are the 2 standalone articles that I've written for Forbes.com. So these are what some people have said that have come for my trainings in the past. Let me play this video. Let me play this audio. I felt this was very emotional. I heard this on Saturday. I was doing a training for Zenith Bank on Saturday, and the one before Saturday, I will also encapsulate that with my words. Listen to this one. If you can hear this, please say. I said I've had trainings in Zenith Bank. I've had trainings. I've never had a training as this. You know, when I went on break, I had to call my HOD. And I don't know that the training can be this week. That is short, thank God. Wow. Why did you join? I sent them a mail. I said, thank God I did not send them a mail. Because this is an experience I don't think I can forget in a hurry. Wow. I'm so touched. I'm not sugarcoating anything. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, ma. I'm deeply grateful. Thank you. Is it endurance? So this is from... This is a supervised program that I'm running for Zenith. This woman runs a hospital in Lagos, Nigeria. I work with her, and in 2 weeks, we doubled the sales in their hospital. Her name is, she's a cardiologist, Naveen Healthcare. This was a company that I work with. It was so well. They had to give me this as just to say thank you. This was a guy that I worked with in my 4 weeks cohorts, and he made 100 million. First sale he's made in his life in his real estate business. I'm also a copywriter. I work with this coach. Her name is Tomra. She's based in the UK. She wanted to write a book. So she paid for a coaching session. We worked with her. I worked with her on that book. I'm so proud of this moment because she became an Amazon bestseller for 19 weeks straight, having worked with her in this project. This is one of my proudest projects. I'm very excited about that. These are companies I've done work for. I'm still working with Zenith Bank. I'm training with them this Friday and Saturday. GT Bank and a lot of have worked with Florida Wave, Access Bank, and a host of other companies. Announced Property here in the UK, and so many other companies. That's just the bits about me. Can you still hear me, please? Hello?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Good. So that's the bits about me. But I love what a testimonial lady. I didn't capture that. You notice something. I hope you are seeing a pattern here. I like to capture the testimonials, and I'll tell you why as we go along. You need to have a marketing mindset. It's just that it was after this training I'm talking about. We're talking a training that starts by 9 in the morning and finishes by 4, and it's on Zoom. This testimony I hear this man say so. For a woman that's on maternity leave, to sit down and listen to me from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and she was still jumping. All right. So I heard another lady was so powerful. She said she has been in Zenith Bank for 15 years. She has never seen a training like this. So this is just part of the experience that we're going to experience today. And all I want from you is for your heart to be open. Because if your heart is open, you will learn a lot. Some of the things I'm going to be sharing here today, you may be saying to yourself, I already know this. Look at my book. Look at my study. A lot of books. In fact, in my window right now, in my study, I also have a lot of books stacked up in my window. All right. But in all the things, and you see all these books, right? Yes, on my window. Let me even show you the book I'm currently reading to let you know that I don't just read business books, so that you have a very Catholic view of the world. I'm coming. So these are the two books I am currently reading. Bands of Brothers. It's about the First and the Second World War. Great book. You will respect soldiers, but you learn a lot about grit, discipline, hard work. You will know the price that people paid to ensure that this war did not erupt during the First and the Second World War. You will appreciate discipline and hard work. You also appreciate the fact that we are not as weak as we think we are as human beings. It's just that we don't push ourselves enough. Did you get that? I'm also reading this book by Muhammad Ali. Brilliant, great man. Cassius Clay. Great man. Great man, great man, great boxer. You will learn a lot about the power of your tongue and the power of PR. You learn a lot about what Yoruba people call shako. You know what is shako in Yoruba? Eh? You know what is shako? Shakara. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Are you here?
Yes, we can.
Yes, please, we can hear you.
So you understand the power of PR. And if you don't,
what's the name of
this is Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, The Life and Times. So I typically buy old books. I love to go to one of my favorite old bookstores is a bookstore in London called Judd, Judd. Great. And then I bought this poem by T.S. Eliot. So when you read like that, you have a very Catholic view of the world. And I said that to say this. Having read all these old books, you would realize that there is actually nothing new under the sun. Actually nothing new under the sun. The book I just finished reading now is called The Art of War. That book is like 500 or 300, 400, 500 years old. The man made a statement. The man said, a general that will win battle will prepare in his temple before he goes to the battle. A general that will lose a battle will prepare less before they go to battle. I was reading that to my children. Then I told my children to read the Bible, where the scripture says that the plans of the diligent surely leads to plenty. So you see the difference of years, but the philosophy is still the same. Did you understand that? Come on now. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? So the same principle of preparation that runs through like a thread in theology, and then it also runs through in the military life. So nothing is new under the sun. But perhaps, I always tell people that there are no new messages, there are only new messengers. Nah, I don't think you heard me. I'm going to say that again. I'm getting excited already right now. Can I say that again? Can I say that again? There are no new messages, there are only new messengers. The messenger is the perspective. All I want is, as your heart is open to receive what we're about to share on tonight, so that you can take advantage of it and move on with your life. I used to sell recharge card on the road. If you, and those of you here who know a bit about Nigeria, you hawk recharge card to like credit mobile on people's mobile phone. That was how I started my life, on the streets, in a place called Emekuku Street in Port Harcourt. I used to also sell books like this. That's why I fell in love with books. I used to go to a place called Aba in Abia State, or sometimes go to Lagos and buy books, and I would sell the books from bank to bank, office to office. I mean, I laugh when I'm in Lagos sometimes. I see people selling books on the road. I tell them, do you read the books that you sell? Because if you do, you ain't going to do this job for a long time. So all I want is that openness, and then we would receive of what we have to learn on today. So let's get into the 6 ways through which you can get your paying clients. The number one way, but sort of like an introduction, you all know that the lifeblood of a business is in the quality and the quantity of customers that you have. The moment blood stops flowing in the veins of a human being, what will happen to that person? You can type it in the comment section. What will happen to that person if blood stops flowing in a person's body? Because the life of the body is in the blood. Is it not so? The person dies. It dies. Straight up, it dies. Okay. Just as blood is to the human body, so is sales to your sales. So is sales to your business. Whether you run a big company or you're a solo entrepreneur. You need to have that perspective that, look, if I don't hunt for customers, I won't eat. It's just the way it is. If you don't hunt for the customers, or if the customers don't search for you, you are not going to eat. No, I mean, if you screw that into your head, it will change your perspective. If you don't go out to look for customers, or you don't do something that makes customers to look for you, how do you plan to eat? How do you plan to feed your family if you don't have that warrior or hunter's mentality? And I've got to say that up front. The thing about sales is that it's going to affect your ego. So you must come to that point where you've got to say to your ego, I'm not ashamed. Because anybody with a shame, no go fit chop. Sales is one profession or one dimension that will help you to remove your ego. Ryan Holiday wrote a book called The Ego is the Enemy, and that is the truth. Some people are hungry today because they cannot just get themselves to pick up the phone and ask somebody to buy a product from them. You get it? Good. So let's get into it. The first way through which you can get customers that can pay for your product and your service is what I call sweat media or sweat work. By sweat work, it means that you have a hunter's mentality. You are on the offensive. Offensive means that when you study a lot about military life, you know that real soldiers, they don't wait. They go out. On the offensive means you are the one going out there to collect what belongs to you. Now, you got to believe that there is abundance in this earth. There is abundance on the earth. There is abundance on the earth. Let me read a quote to you that my wife sent to me yesterday. I thought it was brilliant. I said, let me read it to you. I read it to my children, but let me read it to you. My wife was at work yesterday, and then she sent this quote to me. It was very, very lovely. I hope you appreciate it. He said, and God will generously provide all that you need. Then you will always have everything you need and plenty left over to share with others. Yeah. There's a metaphysical saying that says that, I told my kids that this morning as well, that out of abundance, we took abundance, and yet abundance still remains. I'll say it again. I don't think you heard me, honey. I'm going to say that again. Out of abundance, we have taken abundance, and yet abundance still remains. Our dear country, Nigeria, is a perfect example of the power of abundance. If not for the principle of abundance, Nigeria would be dead with the way they've stolen money from that country. Out of abundance, he took abundance, but yet and still, abundance still remains. So you need to have this abundance mentality that there are tons of customers for you. If you have a solution, that is incarnated in the form of a product. You see, your product is an incarnation of a solution. This is an incarnation of a solution for communication. If you have a product, there is somebody out there that needs that product. So the first way that when you know that your product solves a problem, I need you to have an offensive mentality. That you must go out there to look for people. I was coaching a guy in the UK. He's a financial advisor, successful guy. And he kept telling me that, he really doesn't need money like that. Doesn't really need. Then I just switched it in his brain. I said, why don't we start seeing money as keeping score of the people that you help? Because I like to help people. I said, okay, if you help only 2 people, what if I tell you that you can help 1,000 people? And just see the money as a scoreboard that shows that, oh, if 1,000 people buys from you, that means that you have helped 1,000 people to solve their financial issues. The light bulb just clicked in his head. So you need to start seeing yourself as the solution. The customer is the problem. You are not the problem within the context of your business. So the first way is you pick up your phone. You are either calling them, you are sending the DMs, or you are sending the emails. That is the way. It's like the law of physics. If there's no input, there cannot be any output. The input determines the output. It's a law. I was sharing with these members of my WhatsApp community. I said, I was watching a Netflix documentary. I've not even finished it. It's called Chef's Table. If you have time, go and check it out. They were interviewing the best chefs in the world. These guys, some of them are really old. They are so elite, so top of their game that they plant their own food. They plant their own food. They even determine the soil where the food, where the potato will be planted, where the vegetable will be planted. They now ask them why. They say because it's very easy. The ingredients determine the output of the food. The input determines the output. It's science. Good. If you don't input calls, if you don't input DMs, if you don't input the emails, you cannot get the output of an appointment. You cannot get the output of a returned text. And you cannot get the output eventually of a closed sale. That's just the truth of the matter. The input determines the output. Sweat work could also mean that you go to physical events where you shake people's hands. You're shaking people's hands. You deliberately wore your clothes. You went to a conference with the intention to find somebody to solve their problems. That's exactly how I got my first client here in the UK. I was at the conference in O2 Arena, met a guy there. I wasn't even a speaker at the conference. When they said, it's time to ask questions, because I knew I went there for a mission. I asked my question in such an intentional, deliberate way that during lunchtime, I'll be tea break. I didn't stay till lunch. I started chatting with a guy, got impressed by the way I asked the question. We exchanged cars on the train ride back home, exchanged numbers with the guy, thanked him for giving me his card. That was the guy I got my first job because of sweat work. That means you put in the sweat yourself. You can use places like Apollo.io to get people's emails and just send emails. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to be detached from the outcome. Everybody write detachment. Type it down. Say I'm detached from the outcome. Write it down. Because attachment is the root of all form of suffering. Are you here? Can you guys hear me, please? Can you hear me, please? If you can hear me, please put up your hands.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Great. So still stay muted. Good.
We can hear you, sir.
Good. That's fine. Now, the thing about this is that a lot of times, the reason why people find it hard with this sales thing is that they are too attached to the outcome. You know, when you're attached to the outcome, your ego will be bruised if things don't go.
Yes, we can.
No problem. I know that you can hear me now. When you are attached to the outcome, your ego will be bruised when things don't go your way. Be serious about it, but be detached from the outcome. What you should start doing is you should have a probabilistic way of thinking, not an expectation way of thinking. I'll give an example. I send 15, 20 emails on a work day. I get the email from Apollo.io. I just send. Good. I'm not attached to the outcome. And every day I'll just keep checking my email, whether someone has responded to me. And if they don't respond to me, I'll now feel bad. No, that is an expectation thinking. It says that if I do A, B will happen. So when B does not happen, two things happen. I will now say to myself, no need to do this. It doesn't work. I won't try again. You are expecting. But if you have a probabilistic way of thinking, you say to yourself that if I send DMs, if I do cold outreach, if I go to events, if I do things like this, the probability that I may find someone to pay for my service naturally goes up. That way, you are not attached to the outcome. You are just doing the process. Because if you stick to the process of the outreach, the calls, the DMs, the outcome will eventually take care of itself. It may not take care of itself the day you want it to take care of itself, but it will. This is the reason why you want your sales funnel to be filled up so you can have some low-hanging fruits of people that can pay immediately so you don't starve. Did you get that? Because if you have this attachment mentality, when you're on the phone with a client, they can sense that you are needy. And neediness is being creepy. That is the first way. You pick up the phone, you send the emails, you call. Let me tell you something for free. Sales is a contact sport. If you increase your contact to people that can pay, the probability of you making money will go up. If you deliberately say, you know what, I will call somebody that can pay me. I will send a text to somebody that can pay me. I will send a DM to somebody that can pay me. I will send an email to somebody that can pay me. You are doing contacts. I'll go to that event because I may meet somebody that can pay me. It's a game of contact. If you increase your contacts, your odds will go up. Got it? That's the first way. Sweat media. Did you get that? If you got that, say yes before I move to the second way. Remember I said 6. Please type in the chat box. Fantastic. Good. I showed you, I gave you a tool for that. You can use Apollo.io. It's a website. Use that to get emails and send. There's a payment plan for everybody, but also there's a free plan, for that. You can send DMs. I have a podcast, right? People keep asking me, how do you get big guests to come on your podcast? It's very simple. I send the DMs. I craft a special DM that I send to people that I want to come on my podcast. They don't usually come immediately. I'm about to announce 2 very big ones, but they don't come immediately because I'm not attached to the outcome. I just send it and I continue doing other things. It's very, very powerful. Good. The second way through which you can get a paying customer. All right. The second way through which you can get it. I've given you Sweat Media, and I gave you an example. I gave you a tool to use to do that. The second way through which you can get a customer, Apollo is WLLAPOLLO, Apollo.io. The second way is earned media. The media is earned because you earned it yourself. You built it yourself. So, for example, I have over 50,000 followers on Instagram, right? I just became Instagram, what do you call it? Is it verified or certified? What do you call it? Whatever. So verified, good. So I've got 50,000 followers on Instagram, but I've been shooting that shit every day, man. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know I show up every day. Every day. I make a lot of money from Instagram. A lot. I've done training for Access Bank from Instagram. I've done training for companies in Dubai that pay me $4,000 to $5,000 just sitting here in my office in my home study here in London. Sorry, in the UK. Did you get that? All from Instagram. DMs. Why? Because of the media, social media. Why? Because I am sharing something that helps the people close the gap from where they are to where they want to be. You must understand that people really do not buy products. What we buy, people buy sex. They buy how to make money. They buy how to save money. They buy things because they want to make you feel as if they're doing better than you. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just human nature. People don't buy a book. They buy knowledge. So you must also know where your people are and where do they want to be. Your information is the gap. Your social media see your social media content as the bridge that takes people from where they are to where they want to be. Unless you are a celebrity, right? Really sharing pictures about where you had lunch and all those type of things, they just build your brand. They don't really bring you money. So you want to ask yourself, do you want your page to be optimized for brand building, or you want your page to be optimized for sales making? Oh, Jesus. See wisdom. Yeah, are you guys getting this? Are you guys getting this? Hello? Good. So you want to ask yourself that question. You want to ensure that what you're sharing moves people from where they are to where they truly want to be. Because people buy because you are giving them value. And value basically is defined by three things. If you help people do what they can't do, if your content can help them do what they don't do, if your content can help people do what they won't do, you'll make money. You will make money. If your content shows people and helps them do what they can't do, what they won't do, what they don't do, you'll make money. If you start seeing your content within that framework, it will help you a lot. Can I go on? I know of people who make so much money just reviewing books on TikTok. BookTok is one of the biggest. I met a girl. I was going to London, right? I was going to London, yeah. So I met a girl. She works for TikTok. She sat down next to me in the train because I saw her tag. And I saw, I just like, do you work in TikTok? She says, yes. So I was asking her that what is the biggest hashtag right now in TikTok? She said it's BookTok, where people just bring books that they've read and they review the books. Some people have gotten brand deals, made so much money, started classes, sell templates of books that they've reviewed. Why? Because if you read a book, a 100-page, 200-page book, and come and review it, you are doing something that somebody else won't do. Is it not so? Or can't do because they don't have the time. Is it not so? Come on. Come on now. Somebody wants to read this book, but they won't do it, or they can't do it because they don't have the time. You read the whole thing, and then you reviewed the whole thing. And then you tell them, look, I have a template on Notion of all the books I've reviewed. You can buy this template for $10 or $20. People buy. I know of a guy that did $200,000 last year selling things that he has reviewed and dropping it on Notion because he's selling something that people won't do. Come on, man. Are you guys in the film class? In the film? Oh, this is so good. This is so good. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this, man. So these are the first two ways through which, when I get to the third one, I will open the thing up for people to ask questions and tell me what they've learned so far. Is that all right? Good. The third way through which you can make money, you can get paying clients, right, is through affiliates. Oh, this is very powerful. Affiliates basically means that you are paying somebody to give you customers because they talked about you. All right. So I have a WhatsApp group, right? And I know of a guy, when I first introduced the affiliate program, straight up, the guy has done close to 100,000 by just introducing his friends to the WhatsApp group. That's affiliate. It's not big money. It's not life-changing money. It's like £100, but you can do a lot of grocery shopping with that. You can buy fuel in your car. Abby? Come on, man. Abby?
Close it and stop disturbing me. Get out.
Abby? Right? Yeah. I mean, I was listening to a guy yesterday on YouTube who was saying that he did $300,000 last year from his business in YouTube. And he was talking about his sources of income, and affiliates gave that guy $20,000 last year. Affiliates gave the guy $20,000 last year. So that is affiliates, using the credibility of other people. And many of you see people that have 20,000 followers, 30,000 followers. I don't know, people don't have a marketing mind. For example, I don't know, but nobody has approached me, maybe with one or two. So say, coach, this guy, you have 50,000 followers. I have a product that I think your audience may like. Let's work out a brand partnership. Apart from Money Africa has done that for me. But I went to see Ninja Brand Chick once, and I paid her to interview me on her Instagram Live because I was trying to promote one of my products. The money I paid her, I made that money instantly because she was the right fit. That is affiliates. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, so I've spoken about remaining three. Let me pause here. And if you have something to say, you put up your hand. I want to ask you a question now. What have you learned? I've spoken about the three ways, remaining three more to go before I close the class. What have you learned?
I have learned about
or what will you do different because of what you've heard? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Koforola. You have taught us sweat media.
Mhm.
The need to have a hunter mentality,
Mhm.
to play the offensive,
Yes.
and to tap out of the abundance that
Yes.
is in existence.
Yes.
You gave us an example that out of abundance, we have taken abundance, and yet there is
Abundance
still
remain.
abundance.
Yes.
Still remain.
Yes.
Yes. Then the second point that you have put us through is the earned media.
Mm.
You said you asked us to build media contact that builds the bridge
Yes.
between where a customer is presently
And where they want to be.
wants to be.
Good.
Exactly. Then the third one that I really intend to explore into is the affiliate marketing.
Very good.
Paying somebody to get you customers by mentioning you to their friends,
Very
or
good.
their credibility of
Yes.
other people.
Very good.
That is what I learned.
And here's what I found out that many people miss. They only go to people that have 100,000 followers. 300. You are missing a big point. Some people have 5,000 followers, but those 5,000 are very engaged with them. You're missing. Let me give you an example. There's a guy called Moel Shirts. He gave me a shirt to wear once. I was speaking at a conference in Dubai. Smart guy. So, coach, you're going to speak abroad. Let me give you my shirt. Wear my shirt. Take picture in Dubai. Just say you are wearing my shirt. If you see orders that this boy goes, I didn't know I had such influence. One guy just messaged me, say, Paul, I just bought 4 shirts because of you from this guy. So don't always go to people that have only big crowd. Look at that engagement. Some people have 2,000, but they're so engaged. Do you understand me? They will even charge you less. Jesse, go ahead, put up your hand. Your hand is up. Jesse, go ahead. Okay. Someone else, please. What will you do different because of what you have heard so far? Hello?
Hello.
Yes. What will you do different because of what you have heard? Yes.
I'm just realizing that affiliate marketing also involves partnership. I never saw it that way.
Yes.
So that's an eye-opener for me. It involves partnership, it involves collaboration, it involves influencer marketing. I never saw it that way anyway. So that's what I'm going to be doing differently. Thank you.
Very good. Very, very, very good. It's another way for calling, you can also call it partnership as well. You're partnering with somebody.
All right.
You get that? You're partnering with somebody. You get that? Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
I remember a hair care product here in the UK. I'd interviewed her in my podcast. So she says, Paul, you have over 11,000 subscribers to your email list. I'll give you a special code called Paul. Anybody that uses this code, they will get XYZ discount because I'm opening a new store in North London. That's a good setup because she had paid me for me to coach her. So I just added that. So take advantage of those things. We need to think like growth marketers. Someone say growth marketing. Think like a growth market. It's anytime. Yes, Rumi says anytime. Yes. You need to think like a growth marketer. There are touch points. Take advantage. Do you know that, for example, all of you can talk to all your friends and say to all your friends, I have a product. I want all of you to put in your WhatsApp status. If you sell for your WhatsApp status, I'll give you XYZ amount of money. Try that. Come on, I just give somebody a great idea now. Oh my God. See you knowledge. Call all your friends. You know how many people go to WhatsApp status every day? 600 million people go to WhatsApp status every day. Call all your friends. Tell all of them on our WhatsApp status they waste. Here's my product. Yeah, you can even create an affiliate link on Seller. Or just tell them if you're making transfer in the remark, please put the words from Emeka, from Tosin, from this. Once they send me screenshots, their account hit my account, send me your account number, you get something. Send me your account number, you get something. That's a growth marketer's way of thinking. Come on, man. Before you know, you have 500 people selling for you. You have 100 people selling for you. And once they see that money in their account, that money is very sweet. That affiliate money is very sweet too. You don't do anything. You not buy, you not sell. Just put something for your status. Money begin come. You go put down now. You go put down your head. Did you get that? Did you get that? Good. Are we good? Can I get some water? Let me call somebody. Dookie, come. Come, I want some water. Come and give me some water. Thank you. Just take my cup. Can I go? Are you guys enjoying the class so far? Good.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
Yes, sir. You can have some water. Thank you very much. Good. So next is dark. Yes, we've done our fit. Next is dark social. Now, we use the word dark social because Google cannot track it. When there's dark social. Can I get water? Just fill this up for me. Thank you very much, Baba. So dark social means that are you in a community? Are you in communities? It's dark social because there's no way Google can tell that you were in a WhatsApp group today. But if you're in a website, Google can track you. But when you're in a dark social, nobody can tell that. Somebody in the UK here, he has a lawyer in Lagos to take care of his Nigerian business. He's been in my WhatsApp group now for maybe like 2-3 years. And he says to me that, coach, I met my lawyer in the group and that lawyer has made, if he has not made money from me, over $30,000. That is dark social. Someone that you meet in a community like that. That is another way through which you can get a customer. Can be in a Slack group. But when you're in those kind of communities, you should not close your mouth. Is it not so? We're not saying that you should be salesy on those communities, but if you are making a comment, make it a very intelligent comment. Position yourself well so that the water flows to you. Come on, man. Participate in the community. Even if you're in a church or in a mosque, you're in a group, that's dark social. That's dark social. In my WhatsApp group, I know of a guy that gave me training job worth 2 million naira in my WhatsApp group. I don't want to name the name of the company. But when his company needed a sales coach, he said, this only person is my guy in my WhatsApp group. They paid me 2 million. That's dark social. I got a client that way. You got it? Got it? Is Grace Air? Your hand is up. Go ahead, please. Is Grace Air? Say that your hand is up. You want to say something, ma'am? Okay, let's continue. So explore dark social. Be active in your communities. Is Grace Air? Please, you can speak. You can go ahead and speak, please. You're not muted. Or is it a mistake? Your hand is up. Okay. Okay. So you want to look at dark social. Please be active in wherever community that you are in. If you're in a Slack group, you're in a church group, you're in a mosque group, you are in your old boys or old girls association, whatever it is, because you don't know who is in those groups, and you don't even know who they know. You don't even know who they know yesterday. You do get that? You do get that? So I'm speaking I'm doing 2 conferences in Manchester. The second conference, I see the person in my WhatsApp status. That's Dark Social. The person calls me today. Say, Paul, I'm doing something in Manchester in July. You are my main speaker. No proposal. No follow-up. Answer nah. That is the power of Dark Social. That is the power of Dark Social. Take advantage of those communities. The 5th way through which you can get a customer is through paid media. Paid media. That means you paid Facebook. You paid all those things. You paid Instagram. You paid all those things. You paid for an ad, to give you traffic. Because the purpose of all these things is that we want traffic. If you don't have traffic, your offer cannot sell. Your offer cannot sell. I ran an ad concerning this webinar as well. I also did free content for the webinar for people to come. So all of those things are critically important. And then the 6th way through which you can get a paying customer, which is very important, is many people don't take advantage of it, is speaking. Speaking. Many people, because they think that I'm not a speaker. You don't need to have oratorical prowess to speak. You don't need to have sharp mouth like Muhammad Ali, who says, I'm the greatest, I'm pretty, I'm smart. I was telling Sonny, listen, the guy said, I'm so great, I impress myself. This is a great man. It's crazy, but it's great. Yeah. For example, you can do Instagram Live. Do you know I did Instagram Live during the pandemic? I got a client that paid me for 2 years. They were paying me every single month. I was on retainer. I met the client when I was speaking in my Instagram Live. I'm doing this webinar now. I'm going to make an offer immediately after this now. A few of you may pay. Fine. If you don't pay, it's also fine. But at least I did the effort. So these are the 6 ways through which you can, sort of like get a customer for your business. It's very easy. I live my life on these 6 tenets. Very, very, very important. People advertise in my podcast. It's partnership. These are the 6. If you follow these 6 ways, you will always get a customer. But when the customers now come to you, what do you say to them? What do you say to them to convert them? Now the traffic has come. What do you now say to convert them into a paying customer? So I have a very simple model. I use it today. A big lady, she says that, Paul, I have 40 clients to call this week. They're big clients. So I did role play with her. I did mock sales role play with her on Zoom like this. She paid for it. So I used my latest framework on making sales on the phone. And it's very simple framework. It starts first with the connect. You connect with them first. You know what the challenge is. You know what is costing them. You know the outcome that they want before you present your product. When you present your products, and then you ask them for the obstacle. If you follow these 6 ways, this model never fails. You follow it. I call it non-directive selling. You sell like a doctor or a lawyer. You will have the clients in the palm of your hand. All right. So so what have you learned on tonight? Anybody? What will you do differently now? Please put up your hand. How many of you saw gaps of what you need to improve? How many of you go, like, wow, I need to do it this way? Anyone? Yeah? Okay, so the model, when they now come to you, the model is you connect first. You find out what the challenge is. You find out what the challenge is costing them to be that way. You find out the outcome of the vision that they want. before you present your product. After you present your product, you wait, you pause, you shut your mouth, and then you ask them the obstacles that may stop them from having the vision or the outcome that you have painted for them. That model never fails. I use that. I was telling people in my community to do a mock sales call today, because I know of a guy who does $30,000 every month. He does 15 mock sales calls. Many people are lazy. That's the problem. He practices sales. Many people do not practice sales. They don't practice sales. They don't practice it at all. They don't practice it at all. And that is the reason why they don't do well in it. One of the greatest podcasts in the world, Tim Ferriss and Chris Williams, they will tell you they do voice coaching before they come and do podcasts. These guys, they earn over $100,000 per advert in their podcast. They will do voice XLR so that their voices sound well on the microphone. Success is not cheap. That's why many people are not successful. I hope I have been a blessing to you today. I have a WhatsApp group that I want all of you to join, and I'll tell you why. It's called Sales Factory Global, Sales Factory Community. I teach in my WhatsApp group like this every day, Monday to Friday. I drop a tip for 20 minutes, for 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. On the 15th of every month, we review a book. We're supposed to review a book today, but because of this, we're reviewing a book tomorrow. We have reviewed 6 books now this year. On the 30th of every month, we do a hot seat 30th, where we put you on a hot seat like this on Zoom. And then, in Zoom, they have breakout rooms. We'll break you into like 10 rooms. Each room has a coach. We'll coach you through this process I just told you about now. All right, the challenge, the opportunities, and how to close. I teach the coaches the model before they now coach you guys on the 30th, and then we pray on the 30th. On Sundays in the community, you are allowed to sell your product to anybody. It's called Market Day. A guy sold a land to another person in my group for 17 million naira in the community. So to join the group is 15,000 naira, and it covers you for 3 months. So you don't pay now till September if you pay now. And if you join, you will get the past book reviews that we've done. You will get like 2 of my other webinars for free, and you will get, I think, 2 of my books for free. Who would like to join the WhatsApp group right now? Say I. We don't do monthly again, because I believe that if you're in my group for 3 months, I can teach you how to make more than 15,000 naira in that. If you want me to drop the payment link now, say drop it now. If you're not interested, no hard feelings. Just learn what you learned there and go and use it. But if you want to take it to the next level, I was telling somebody the amount of money I pay to educate myself is crazy. All right? So sales is very powerful. You must learn it as a skill. I can coach you. I will coach you like a football coach. You will be good at it. Sales brought me from the abject poverty to where I am today. Sales helped me to get properties. Sales helped me to live the quality of life that I'm living right now. And I learn it every single day. I want to coach you. I want to work with you from now to the end of this year. If you don't double your sales or triple it, don't come back to my group unless you're not acting on it. So I'm dropping the link now. I think a lot of you are saying drop the link. I'm going to drop the link now. It's 15,000 naira. Join the community. I really applaud you. I applaud you. Thank you for taking this journey with me. I'm committed to sales. I don't teach anything else other than sales. I am committed to the experiment of sales. I just moved my family to the UK, and I can tell you for free, it's sales that is putting food on our table. It's a powerful skill. I've dropped the link. If you can see the link, say yes, I can see the link. All right, so I'm open now to questions. Any questions, please? And I want the question to be audio. Don't type it. Any question, please? What have you learned today?
Yeah.
If you have seen the link, say yes, I've seen. Those of you who say you want to. And if you join today, I will walk you guys through that protocol tomorrow, because we have a book review tomorrow. Before the book review in the group, I will walk you guys through this new model I just developed. All right, the connect, the challenge, the outcome, the presentation, and the obstacle. I will do a role play with somebody so you can see how it worked. I closed a lady at a conference in London not long ago using this model. She sold herself. She was laughing, say, "Coach, what did you do to me?" I don't know. So somebody say, "How much is it in dollars?" I will send you the dollar link. It's $32 But let me send you the link for you that wants to pay in dollars. I'm sending you the link now. I have a Stripe link that I've developed for those of you who are not in Nigeria. Please, I want questions, please. What have you learned today, please? Any questions, please?
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
My name is Muriel Atsuno.
All right. What's up?
For the class, and I really appreciate this time with you.
Thank you so much. Can I know the person that says they want to pay in dollars? Can I drop the link? Please type and say yes so I can drop the link. If you want to pay in dollars, $32 for 3 months. If yes, say yes. Let me drop the link. If not, let's just go ahead. All right. So good idea. That's a question.
Please, I'm sorry. A call came in while you were saying, stating the 6th point. Please, if you don't mind.
Okay. The 6th point is public speaking.
Okay, sir.
And I don't know why you shouldn't go live every week on Instagram or any social media platform that you belong to. I have made money going live. I once worked with a company that were paying me $1 million a month. Can you believe that? Not as a staff, as a consultant. I worked there for 2 years. Yes. Don't play with this thing called sales. I can help you sell. Take it from me. I was paid $1 million a month. I worked there for 2 years. Sales is a powerful force. It's a powerful force. All right. Somebody else, please.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Can I be heard? Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, yeah, you can be heard, please.
Okay, thank you so much. It's all power-packed. I have learned not to be expectant when going about my business and the abundance mindset. I think, sometimes I just lose consciousness of it. Sometimes you're like, wow, I'm not getting the results, but I think it's a simple way to result attached. Then I want to know, is it possible to get the link, maybe via email or something, because I'm driving and I won't be able to, I'm sure before I get to my destination, the Zoom would have gone off and I might lose the link.
Oh, okay. So join the group?
Yes,
what link?
Yes.
Good.
The payment link, yeah?
Sure. Are you on my email list?
Not
Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I do.
I will know that you are really serious about it. Send me a DM. I said, Coach, I was the one that spoke. Can you send me the link? I'll send it to you immediately.
Okay, so once I get to my destination, I'll do that.
Yes, I believe you.
All right.
Someone else, please. What have you learned? Blessing, go ahead.
That's me. I just spoke. I'm just going to put down my hand.
Fantastic. I like your initials, BE. Blessing Igby. I like it. So cool. BE. It's a good way to end the tweet. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Karen, what's up?
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening, Benga. What's up?
It's actually Emmanuel.
Oh, Emmanuel, what's up?
Fine, sir. Thanks so much for this class. It's quite an enlightening class. I've actually learned so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And I would also like to be clarified in one of the aspects where you mentioned the affiliate marketing, maybe involving some friends to please help me post on the status or something.
Good.
For instance, myself, I'm a real estate consultant.
Good.
So now we don't deal with one property. What can one send out that at least when it's being posted by the friends, it can cover for others at least. There, it can be assured that you can generate maybe enough leads that will get to know you or something. Or do you start pushing out maybe one product per person? So please help me and post this. When someone buys, I will send you something.
Okay, I mean that's entirely up to you. But if you look at your collection of products, you may say to yourself that which one is selling more than every other one, and then you tell your friends what they will get upfront. So let's say you sell a product of 1 million naira. And from every product you sell, the company gives you 10% commission, which means you get 100,000 naira. But because you want to scale your business, you can say to your friends that, look, if you sell this product from me, you will get 30K. Did you get that? Did you get that? So that you can keep the 70. You know why you're doing it now. It doesn't stop you from selling on your own, no? But you want to sell fast. Did you get that? It's called leverage. Yes. Someone else, what have you learned? All right. So I like to pray after each of my trainings like this. If it's okay with you guys, let us pray. And then we'll close the class. Is that okay? Can we pray? Can we pray?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let us pray.